Men being accountable for their responsibilities and not just nutting inside a woman and having the option to dip. Somebody had to put the child inside me, but I'm the only one responsible for that.
So she's providing, you are just compensating. And that's what I think men and women really need to understand. We're not things that men themselves had to work for.
Like a passport system. I think we all should get together in the same vibe. I enjoy studying. I do this for fun, not to compete with you. I could give, I seriously give zero. He cleans the clothes, folds them, folds mine, folds.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash the notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. New year, we're trying to get this thing up to 25,000. So y'all, if you like the video, be sure to like, also comment and subscribe. Subscribing is important. That's gonna push us out there to the masses so everyone can see my beautiful content. All right, let's hop right into it.
Why did you open your legs for someone you wouldn't be a good father of your child? Don't want to take accountability? Sarah. Y'all say stuff like this out of your mouth and really think that you're doing something and think that you're eating and think that you're collecting somebody. So let me just tell you, have y'all never heard of a wolf in sheep's clothing? When a child comes into the picture, people can switch up very fast. Granted, that's not my situation, and I understand that if you've just seen this video of me, then you don't really know my situation. In all of my videos, I take a lot of accountability for ignoring a lot of things because this person has been the way that he is and I was just blinded to it. It was like a cake made with salt, but the cake was so beautiful and I didn't take a bite of the cake until I got pregnant. And then I saw things for what they were and I spit it out and never went back. Y'all act like people can't switch up. And they do. We're humans at the end of the day. Again, blaming a woman for opening her legs for someone who's not going to be a good child. How about we hold men accountable and make them fathers? How about men being accountable for their responsibilities and not just nutting inside a woman and having the option to dip? How about that? How about, oh, dang, he needs to step up because the mother has to step up, but we don't expect men to. And that's my problem. Yeah, I opened my legs, but somebody had to get inside there. Somebody had to put the child inside me, but I'm the only one responsible for that child. We give men the option to be present or to not. But at the end of the day, I mean, women, we lose either way.
Man, a lot of women don't understand, right? And that's why Kevin Samuels was so important. You know what he did in the show? He showed why women aren't accountable, right? Now, number one, guys already know, women control birth. Number two, he showed how women aren't necessarily supposed to pick their own men because they don't know how to pick. Say, for instance, I'm her father, right? I want to find out more. Now, comes across like she's young in her 20s. She got with a younger man. Now, someone would say, oh, you're trying to tell me to pick an old man. No. A more responsible man. There's always telltale signs of how she messed up. It always goes back to her choice. Something she ignored, which is why people don't understand, that's why you're supposed to wait until you get married to have babies, right? You wait until you're married to have babies, you can use the system. You got them. Jackpot, right? And I know I'm saying this, I'm gonna be burned for saying this, but I'm not because I'm making sense, right? At least be like those sprinkle women and think, okay, you know what? Let me get the bag that way. Be smart about it. What? I could bash all these women that are gold diggers all I want, right? But you know what? There's some out there that say, I'm not going to have a baby until he put a ring on it. Anything goes wrong then what? You got the courts on your side. But no, women don't want to do that. But I'm not going to get too much into that. Let me hop on to the next one.
But what you do? You just quiet,
I don't do nothing.
You don't do nothing? Nah, I don't need no bitch that don't do nothing. Nah. Matter of fact, come back.
You're a fool for that. All right, next video.
I think what would help women to become appropriately radicalized is to realize that men have never been providers of anything at all. As far as relationships go, women have been the only ones to provide anything in relationships to begin with. Oh, but men go to work. Okay, so do women. To provide means to give access to. Woman now has access to her own right to work. Oh, you no longer provide that. If you are a man that works while the woman stays home, you're actually not providing anything. You are compensating her for the work that she provides you.
Huh?
And you're compensating her for the fact that she provided you children and that she provides you a clean house. It's
delusional.
And a home-cooked meal every night. So she's providing, you are just compensating. And that's what I think men and women really need to understand these days. The terms of engagement are no longer the same. The things that men used to provide to women were not things that men themselves had to work for. They were simply rights that weren't given to women to make them dependent on men. To be dependent on someone is not to be provided for. It's to have access by proxy to your most basic needs and your basic survival.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's not actually provision. The things that women grant men access to within relationships are valuable, and men don't have access to them outside of a relationship with a woman. And these are things that tangibly improve men's lives. A woman's basic tasks are going to look largely the same, whether she lives with a man or not. And the only thing that changes when she moves in with a man is that her tasks double, because she is providing something to that man. For the man, his life also changes, but for the better. His tasks typically diminish. It's the same inverse relationship with life expectancy as well. When women enter in.
Women talk like this, right? She's young still. They do all that tough feminist talk until they want to live the soft life. And some women never do. And some women actually don't mind being miserable all their life, which is sad, man. Which is sad. Do you know there was this, I forgot who she was. There was this woman, top queen feminist, right? She had an epiphany when she hit 60. She hit 60 and said, I should have had some kids.
She gets up and she says, Patrick, this is very hard for me to say this. And let me tell you why it's very hard. I said, what's that? She says, ever since in high school, I wanted to prove to men that I can beat them. So when I graduated high school and college, I opened up my salon. We do very well. I've made millions of dollars. My people and my work that work at the salon, they do very well for themselves. I drive a nice car. I have a nice house. I have money. I have millions. I don't worry about any of that stuff. You know what decision I made last night? I said, what's that? She says, I want a husband. I no longer want to compete with men. I need them. And I'm like, what? She's saying this in front of 2,000 people with her sister sitting right next to her. Wow. And now she's getting emotional. How many 65-year-old women do we have to hear saying that I marched with the feminist movement and I bought into the fact that men are the enemy? I've never been married. I'm alone and I'm miserable and I wish I would have never bought into that philosophy.
That's sad, man. That's sad. And this woman is talking like she wants to follow that lead.
To marriage, their life expectancy decreases, and when men enter into marriage, then their life expectancy increases, which means they have been provided something. Blah, 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 blah. At the expense of somebody else. Sadly, outside of relationships with women, men also don't really have a whole lot of places to turn for softness, for understanding, for empathy, for compassion, for emotional support, whereas women do. Women have friends. And while women provide emotional support, softness, peace, all these things to a man, oftentimes the man does not return that favor. Therefore, he is not providing. He is just taking. At least the other women in your life tend to reciprocate those favors, tend to reciprocate that thoughtfulness, tend to reciprocate that softness, that kindness. Most men in your life won't. So if a man is ever talking all this big game to you about being a provider, you need to look him dead in the eye and ask him what he's going to provide to you that you don't already have access to all by yourself. You can then also ask him, what does he expect of a partner? And I guarantee you that only one of those lists will be 3 feet long. Because the things that he's going to say that he provides into a relationship is probably going to be like, well, I have a job. That's what I provide. And then when you ask him, what does he expect of a woman, of a wife, a mother? Oh, I guarantee you that list is going to be long as hell. Who is really providing what? Because if the only thing that he's providing to you is his ability to hold down a job, and the things that he expects to be provided from you is a list of about a mile long, then you need to really consider who's the provider here. Because in that case, it's not him. And I'm just really tired of the discourse and the idea.
You know, it's wild, man. Women talk like this, but the numbers, it shows what's going on, what's really going on, right? And women hate, oh, you know what, you say you control marriage? No, men really do control marriage. Men actually run marriage, right? Lesbians are getting married and divorced at alarming rates. Why is that? Because women hate each other. Of course, all women hate each other. You guys know what I'm saying. Them being in a relationship together, there's no even kill. A man and a woman creates an even kill, right? And it creates stability for the household. A man is the even to the odd, right? A man evens it all out. That's why babies can grow up well with a man and it's better with a mother and a father, but if it's just a man, it's fine. There's a reason behind it. Men, and as she's saying, men to be soft, it's not a man's job to be soft. It's not. You know what men go to? nowadays to hear for things like this and get some kind of therapy, they go to YouTube.
Less than 10% of your time needs to be devoted to dealing with women when you're a single man. You need to be spending 93% or more of your time on your purpose. 7% for women. But see, far too many guys out there be like, man, I wish I could be doing what you do, man. If I was in Atlanta and doing what you do, I'd be cutting and I'd be doing. And that's why you're never going to be nothing, never going to go nowhere. Because how much is enough? Sexual discipline.
Right? Instead of sitting down on the couch with a therapist, they get relief hearing other guys talk and think how they do. Right? It's sad that it's gotten to there. It's not sad, but actually I think it's therapeutic in a way. Right? To where men know now, wait a minute, things are out for me. Before all of that talk, going on, the man is for everything. But now with Password Bros, it's like, wow.
This is the way.
There's a light on the other end of the tunnel. And more women are waking up to it. But by the time it really comes down and when women get older and say, oh, it's to that point now, it's too late. It'll be too late. And yeah, sad, but we gotta keep moving on. Let's go on to the next video.
Official, I'm a passport girl and I didn't know. More like a passport sis stuff. I think we all should get together in the same vibe, the same bus, you know what I'm saying? The same plane, go traveling. Australia is my place of residence. Like, I love Australia. I will be here for the next years to come, but I couldn't date Australian men. Even though Australia is very, very equal on sexes and stuff, most men are still like trashy or sexist. It's still a Western society where like sometimes female voices are like undervalued. Like that happens everywhere. It happens here as well. It's less often, but it happens. So every single time I used to date, like go out with an Australian guy, it was always the same thing. Or they're jealous of me working too much, or they feel threatened that they are not working as much as I'm doing, or they're not studying as much as I'm doing, so whatever. There is always, they feel the need to compete with me, and I'm like, you don't need to. I enjoy working. I enjoy studying. I do this for fun, not to compete with you. I could give, I seriously give zero about what you do with your life. Seriously. I seriously do not care. As long as you're not playing video games all day and doing nothing, literally nothing with your life, I'll get concerned. I'm like, you should start doing something, not because of me, because of you, babe, because you're hurting yourself for the future. But that's a topic for another TikTok point.
She became a passport, sis. Went to Australia and tried to tell men how to live their life. Australia's like the West too, if anybody doesn't know, but you know how many Australian guys are out in the Philippines and Thailand, and she's going there, and the guys are running away from there, running away from a woman like you. She chose to go to Australia. Oh man.
I recently married a Spanish man, and it's been amazing. And the thing is, he's so proud of being a good partner that I love that about him. And the fact that all his friends are just like him, it makes it even better. All his friends are like, amazing partner. Look what I do for my partner. And they're like, oh, this is what I did for mine. Oh, well, I did this for mine. And you're like, what the fuck? This is getting passive aggressive, but that's the way how it goes. And it's extremely adorable. And you can tell that we all the girls.
So the Hartman left her. Then she got with somebody that was soft. Right? She couldn't get the guy that was the alpha because those guys are done. Right? Those guys are looking for soft women. That's what she's explaining. Then she got with a man that was super soft, right? To cater to her. The nice guy. That's why Passport Bros are running away from the West, because they refuse to be that nice guy. That's what she's explaining. Congratulations, though.
So we are super happy with them. So good choices, good choices. And the thing is, he's not a child. You don't have to take care of him and guide him through every step of his life. That's just awesome. The fact that you don't have to do that. He cleans the clothes, folds them, folds mine, folds.
See, she got with a woman pretty much. That's how she's breaking it down. Okay. The other guys want to be this soft. I wanted to remain hard. So I got with a woman.
Him cooks. I don't have to ask for any of those things. Also, I'm a really good wife, on the side, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like the fact that I don't have to actually pick after him is a huge good thing. You know, it's like amazing. Also, he respects what I say. He respects my opinion. He actually doesn't take it in consideration. He literally looks for my opinion. Like, hey, what do you think about this? What is your point of view? Tell me, like, you know. So yeah, he's really amazing, and I think, yeah, I'm a passport sister. So if you want to travel with me, girl.
Wow. So she was a 1 in a million. Not for her softness, but for her, actually not really, right? Because the Australian guys didn't work. So she's probably got a Spanish guy, not even from Australia, right? And talking about being a passport sister, she's making it like girls can just go out there and find men like this.
But it's not the same.
And that's not the case, right? You see how other guys with dodging out, you're so focused on your work and so focused. Guys are looking for women that are feminine and delicate. And it's wild because you have women like this who may get lucky, find some success, and preach that to all women. You can go out and do this too. It's not the case. These guys in other places are dogs, right? Not dogs in that way. I mean, they just like us. You know, these guys in Germany, they called the girl, he got with a woman from Africa, called her my sweet little pig because she was chubby. That's crazy. These are hard men in these countries. She got lucky. She found a guy that was a softie, sugar pie out in Australia, Spanish guy. Congratulations to you, but that's not going to happen for most passport sis. Guys already see that. It's proven. And it's fine, though. Guys will continue to find women and do what we do. Success to you. But we already realize it's over for a lot of modern women. And it's more to life than dealing with that.